So I'm sure you can all relate to this situation of struggling to get a message across. Perhaps at some point in the past, maybe you've been in a meeting and you've been sharing an idea and you look across at the people around you and you realize that they're disinterested, they're disengaged, maybe they're actively disagreeing with you, or worse, maybe they do this. They sort of nod along to what you're saying during the meeting, and at the end they say, okay, let's just take this offline. What does that phrase even mean? It means, let's never talk about this again, and off the idea goes. But what happens to your idea in that moment? Your idea goes to live here, in the idea graveyard, that massive chasm between you and the impact that you would love to achieve. We've all been there, I've been there as well. We all have ideas that have fallen down into this chasm. Now here's the challenge. This situation is getting worse every day. We are living now through the era of AI. AI is disrupting every industry on the planet, and the pace of change through business and everything else in our lives is about to fully accelerate. Now, what that means is that you used to have this situation where if you had a good idea, you kind of had a grace period from going from that idea, maybe 3 months later, maybe even 6 months later, you could put that idea into action and have a successful result. But those days are over. If you don't quickly move from an idea to turning it into an impact, your idea becomes irrelevant. Because the world's already moved on. The only way to succeed is that you must communicate at the pace of change. Now, what does this mean? It doesn't mean that suddenly you start rushing communication where you think, well, we used to have a 60-minute meeting, now let's have a 10-minute conversation. It's not turning everything into like a surface-level transactional feeling. Instead of that, it's the opposite. You need to be in a place where every interaction you have matters. You make every interaction count. So think about all the interactions you have all day, every day, with the people around you, friends, family member, co-workers, clients, stakeholders. What if every interaction mattered and counted? And if it did, you have domino communication. What I mean by that is that you share an idea and it moves suddenly like dominoes falling, an idea spreading like wildfire throughout your community, your industry, your company, your organization. And that communication keeps on spreading until a domino fails to fall. So think for yourselves now, what is your weakest link in your communication? Is it around presentations? Is it one-to-one conversations, sales pitches, conflict resolution, giving people feedback? What is the challenging area for you? Because if you share a message and the dominoes are starting to fall, then suddenly they will stop at the weakest link. And then the idea goes to the idea graveyard. You have to make sure that you conquer domino communication so the ideas continue to flow.